Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Friendster, Pinterest, SoundCloud, SoundClick. It's your boy Tone 202. Don't forget to check out my album Tone just right there. And listen, I made a video about pretty much about the U.S. going to war, and I made it about Donald Trump being the president, which I think he's going to be president. Not that I'm for it; I'm totally against it, but nonetheless, the RNC has a full head of steam, and they might take out Hillary Clinton, who I'm also not for. I'm more Ron Paul than anybody. And anyway, so and I was talking about immigration and draft, and I was talking about how Donald Trump is going to he can't stop the Muslims from coming in the country, but what he can do is he can have a registration act to draft able bodies into the military because we are already policing the world, so we're fighting on all kind of fronts, and sometimes we get our butts kicked like in Mogadishu, but nonetheless, and in other places we got our butts kicked because we went into places we shouldn't have, and like in Korea, and now North Korea has issued pretty much a declaration of war against us, and it's on World Star Hip Hop. And I was looking at it. There's no need for me to play it because he's speaking in his own language, but nonetheless, he's saying that there are military actions that are going on over, I guess, near there, and they said that pretty much America or U.S. has violated their space, I guess, and they violated their leader, and this is an act of war, and they've declared war against us. And they said, if the U.S. continues their practices, I guess I don't know where they're at, but if they continue their practices, then we're going to go to war with them. And I'm telling you that this is not an accident, not at all. Also, Abinajad, who is Iran, in Iran, is Iran, yeah, Iran, Ahmad Ahmadinejad, he also can't stand us, and we're trying to stop him from building nuclear weapons, but I don't even know how we're going to do that. But nonetheless, he would love to just blow America off the face of the earth. And then, of course, you got Putin, and he is the biggest threat to the U.S. because they have as many guns and as big as guns as we do. As a matter of fact, they have some bigger ones than we do. And if we go at it with Russia, China's going to join in with Russia. North Korea is going to join in there. Then, of course, you're going to have Iran to join in there. And then you probably got some other small countries who are tired of us going over there and killing their men, women, and children over oil, like, Libya or something like that, because we just killed their leader, I think, yeah, Gaddafi. I think we just killed them. And hell, you can have all kind of countries just join in with them because they hate America because we kill people and we act like we didn't do it. Just like we kill our own, we kill Americans all the time, kill black people, white people. The police kill people and they act like nothing happened. It's okay. He's just dead. We just shot that guy in Baton Rouge, 5, 6 times from one gun straight to the chest. No chance of him living. And we said he allegedly had a gun. Ah, it's a day in the life of America. We killed children. We killed Tamir Rice. It was a 12-year-old's fault. He deserved it. Ran over a little girl with our motorbike, and then killed her father right in front of everybody. They deserved it. See, that cocky attitude is going to get America in big trouble, and I keep telling y'all over and over and over again. I keep telling America, you better stop killing. For one, you better start convicting these police officers and putting them in jail. And the police better start policing the police. And I don't mean the internal affairs, and I don't mean the federal police because they're not going to do it. I mean the police officers who are on the street with these guys, and these guys are trying to get administrative leave. Y'all need to just go ahead and get those dudes off the force right now. And the good police need to stay on the and show us that they are our friends again. Because here's what I think is going to happen. I think a war is going to come. There's going to be big explosions. There's going to be invasions. And I think it's going to all happen. And I think America is going to be turned to dust. And I think when America tries to get order again, the white elite that is going to try to bring order, there is not going to be a chance in hell that, for one, black people will side with white people, because y'all been killing us, hanging us. Y'all hung 6 people when Sandra Bland got hung. Y'all hung six other women in the same month. You kill our children with Planned Parenthood. You just hate us. And there are so many of us. There's so many Hispanics. There's so many black people. And there are other white people who just hate white people who hate everybody else. And then you got the American Indians who really own this land. So white people stop telling us to go home because you don't own this land, and trying to make America great again. Like, when was America ever great? When you took it from the Indians? When you had slavery? When women couldn't vote? When you dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki? In the 80s, when you poured crack cocaine into the neighborhood, when you dropped move bombs on black people who just wanted to be separate but equal, they just didn't want to have anything to do with you. When you killed David Koresh, when you killed Kennedy, when was it ever? When was America ever, which you consider great? What what happened? Pearl Harbor. When were we ever great? When were we ever great? When we allowed Pearl Harbor to be bombed. And then we went into war and then killed millions of Asians because we wanted to show off our brand new bombs. Huh? When were we ever great? When was that? When was killing people by the millions ever great? And this is why they hate us so much. Well, they actually don't hate black people. They hate you. You got to understand, black people never had a war against the Asians. We never did. We cannot go back in history of 1,000 years and say black people warred against the Asians here. This is when we warred against them. Somebody can somebody please find that? I can't remember when black people warred against the Russians. The Taino Indians. When did we war against it? When did Taino Indians, who are Hispanic people, because they were invaded by white people who were the Spanish, when did they go to war with? When did they go to war with the black people? Nope, they're not our enemies either. See, you gotta understand. The only reason why the black people and Hispanics have issues because we live in the same hood. You know what I'm saying? And then you got problems when you live in the same hood, and then you got people killing each other in the same hood. But all out war, nope. The Hispanics went to all out war with the Taino Indians when they invaded Spain and killed 87 million of them. White people. The blacks went to war after slavery, but even white people went to war, the Civil War, which is the bloodiest war on American soil. So that was actually white people and black people going to war against white people. So there's that. And it's just, and it's like, white people, your numbers are, you're just dwindling. Over in Germany, they're paying couples to have babies because they realize that the white people's numbers is just going down. White people are actually the minority. Been the minority for a long time. I'm just saying, white people, your greatest allies are black people. Why? Because we can have children faster and more abundantly than you can. And this is a fact. And so can the Hispanic people, Italian Indians. White people, y'all just don't have large families like we do. Y'all don't. Not on a consistent basis. And this means that our numbers are greater than yours. Your gun may be bigger, but our numbers are greater. You're gonna find out that when it all comes down, when there's no more bullets, these is what you have. I'm trying to tell you, you guys are in trouble. You guys are in big trouble. And it's all your fault.